Their design lab is located on the third floor of Kerr Hall South at Ryerson University. The space functions as the main design studio for fourth-year fashion design students. The studio is used for the construction of garments from drafting, cutting, sewing, and pressing.
This location was selected because it serves as the main creative workspace for 70 senior design students, who use the space to design and create their final capsule collections over the duration of 1 year. Throughout the year, the studio is highly active and serves a multitude of functions. Students spend long hours in the space, often from 8 to 14 hours in a day. Design pitfalls become evident in this high-traffic central space.
The space fulfills its technical function for designing and constructing garments. However, it quickly reaches full capacity. Often there is not enough table space or sewing machines for all students, leaving a level of helplessness and frustration in a busy environment. While some students have the luxury of working at home, the design studio supplies the only work environment for many students.
The design studio provides industrial equipment and machinery for students, including drafting tables, dress forms, industrial sewing machines, industrial irons, and presses. Much of this equipment would be inaccessible to students in regards to cost and space. Drafting tables are equipped with a lower shelf providing storage while also remaining open. The studio provides a community space where students can help each other in a creative and technical way.
Radiator heaters from the early 70s still function as the main source of heating. In the winter, the heaters are constantly turned on. In combination with the industrial irons and pressers, the room is constantly above room temperature, amplifying students' stress and frustration, causing them to be uncomfortable and unhappy in the work environment. Furthermore, learned helplessness is instilled in the students. Large windows remain bolted shut throughout the year, leaving no alternative to combat the excessive heat. To add to this perceived annoyance, the heater also emits unpredictable and high-pitched sounds, squeaks, gurgling, and whining when on, creating an unavoidable noise.
Space is limited. This work area does not accommodate the 70 design students each year. During lecture periods, in combination with students, professors, and dress forms, the space surpasses capacity. Students are forced to sit on tables and sewing machines due to this lack of space.
In this high-traffic area, where many materials are used and discarded regularly, cleanliness becomes increasingly unattained. Drafting tables and sewing machines become areas of personal storage and neglect. This is due to the lack of storage space and units for the allotted number of students.
With the consideration of numerous safety rules and regulations implemented by the university, the aforementioned design flaws inhibit personal safety. Despite these efforts, the room remains poorly maintained due to a lack of necessary resources. This affects productivity, personal safety, and creates a high level of stress due to lack of perceived control over temperature, noise, and crowding, causing learned helplessness.
By adding additional storage space to the studio, this would reduce clutter and improve the mobility throughout the room, removing safety hazards created by the mess and clutter, as well as freeing up table space and machines. If there was also a designated area for the rolling bodies to be stored, such as a cage or storage space where they could be retrieved from and stored after use, this would improve the space considerably for both mobility during work periods and space during given lectures. A coat storage area for belongings, such as coat pegs, would remove coats and bags from the chairs and tables. This would again provide additional surface area for working and freeing up chairs during lectures.
Our second suggested change to the room would be a controllable thermostat and removing the bolts on the windows. By allowing students to have control over the temperature of their workspace, this would lessen the stress both physically and mentally caused by a consistently high temperature during peak studio use times. This would also increase airflow through the studio, providing outside air and access to outdoors, which has been shown to both reduce stress and cognitive load while increasing productivity.